In this video, I would just briefly reflect on one aspect of my previous video on the radical ways to reduce poverty. Mostly, I would like to reflect on how violence can spread within society. And for this, I would rather use the control theory from business. Fundamentally, in business, we differentiate three ways of control. You can control actions based on the process itself. So, for example, we can control that somebody has to hit a nail with a hammer 3 times in an hour with a certain angle. This is a process control. Then there is the control on outcome. In that case, you don't control how many times an action was executed, but you control what is the outcome of it, how many sales were made, what is the price of purchases, and so on. And then there is the third way of control that's called culture. In that case, control stems from somebody belonging to a group of people and trying to adhere to the values of that particular group. Now, it is perfectly normal that one department of a company has a different mix of control compared to the other one. Indeed, this is both expected and natural. But if these departments need to interact and collaborate with each other, the control mechanism and incentives within them need to be somewhat compatible with each other. So, for example, if you have a purchasing department which is very heavily controlled on price, and a manufacturing department that is controlled primarily on process, then that might lead to conflicts where one department will try to enforce its values and incentives on the other department, simply due to the fact that even though they are different, they need to interact with each other. Now, in a society, this effect, this forced interaction and cross-pollination is even more pronounced, as the different social classes have far more complex interactions with each other than what you would find between departments in a very strictly organized company. That is why if you have an extremely violent mechanism introduced at one end of society, that violent mechanism will spread. No questions asked. And there are also numerous historical examples for this. Especially in China. Several catastrophic rebellions started simply due to the fact that the imperial court encouraged tougher and tougher measures from its border troops. And that led to an incentive structures within the borders which bred a culture that it was very rough and very violent. And this fostered culture in the end was brought back to the heartlands of China, usually with truly catastrophic results. There are famous examples for this both during the Han Dynasty and during the Tang Dynasty. A very well researched channel for this that I would also recommend is The Fall of Civilizations, link in the description. And please let us know your thoughts.